Alright, so welcome to the next section, or the next topic, solving two-step equations, Chapter 2, Section 3. Our objective here is to solve equations in one variable that contains two operations. What does that mean? You're going to add and subtract, and you're going to multiply and divide, or you're going to add or subtract, then you will multiply or divide. There we go, that's how I should say it. So kind of keep that in mind. That's what your goal is for today. So let's look at something here. Before we actually start working, let's look at this. Here is a statement. This is what an equation is. It's a statement. Remember that. It tells you something. So let's see. What does this tell me? Let's read it and write it out. For multiplied or times a number. I don't know that number, so that's why I'm putting an X. So 4 multiplied some number. Then I added 3, or 3 was added, to get an answer of 23. If I'm multiplying first and then adding to get an answer, when I am wanting to solve, I am going to go backwards. I'm going to undo what I did last first. So we would have to do that. So let's keep in mind, let's look at this. First thing that was done was we multiplied, then added to get the answer of 23. So if we want to get what X was, we go backwards. We should subtract first, then divide. Again, doing inverse operations, that's why we're doing opposites, to get what X is equal to. Okay, you understand that? Hopefully you do. Let's show it. So here, 4x plus 3 is equal to 23. Again, if the last thing I did was add 3 to get that final answer, then I said subtract from both sides. Subtract 23 from both sides. Subtract 3 from both sides, and that would give me, and again, notice how I'm kind of dividing the left and the right. That would give me an answer of 4x equals 20. Then from there, what I would do is 4 times x. That's multiply. So how do I get rid of multiply? I divide. And then 20 divided by 4 is 5. So x was equal to 5. So that means if I put a 5 in place of that x, checking my work, I should get an answer of 23. So put it in, double check your work. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 3 is 23. It checks, you did it right. Yay, happy, happy, joy, joy. So there you go. Okay, so here's another example. 10 is equal to 6 minus 2x. I really hate this problem in the sense that there's so many. I really should be paying attention for that bell. Sorry guys, but okay, so here's what we're doing here. We are saying that this is 10 is equal to 6 minus 2x. I'd rather rewrite that so you don't make a simple mistake here and do it like this, where I have the x always in front and the number second, or the add, subtract number, whatever. So here I'm saying 10 is equal to negative 2, notice how the minus stayed with it, plus 6. So that way you notice here, now I've got the x still in front. Well, again, so what I did first was multiply, then added. What's the opposite of adding? Let's subtract. So minus 6 from both sides. Notice again I'm on the equal sign. Negative 2x is equal to 4. Then I can divide to get an answer of x is equal to negative 2. So from there, double checking my work, plugging everything in, I'm going to put it back into the very original equation. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4, and 6 plus 4 is 10, which makes both sides the same. It means I checked out correctly. Yay, happy, happy, joy, joy. Alright, so let's look at the next example. Here, b divided by 4 minus 7 equals 1. This is not a fraction, it's divide. Remember that. That is not a fraction, it is division. Okay, so according to this, I did a number divided by 4, then I subtracted 7 to get a final answer of 1. So what should I do first? Let's get rid of the minus 7. What's the opposite of a minus? Adding. So I'm going to add 7 to both sides. b divided by 4 is equal to 8. Okay, then from there, what's the opposite of dividing? Well, I want to do the opposite of that, so I will multiply. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 4, and when I do that, I will get 4 times 8, because remember, these opposites cancel each other out. equals 32, and that's my final answer. Double check my work, put the 32 in place of the b, and then work it out. And yes, I confirm that it balances, it's the same, so there we go. The answer is 32. Yay, you did it right. Okay, so there are some steps to this. Let's think about this. What have we done first? We have normally done, so some steps to solve. The first thing we were doing was what? We added or subtracted. Every single time we were adding or subtracting first. So that's, let's put that as step 1. Step 2, what did we do next? We either multiplied or divided. So there you go, you multiplied or divided. So keep that in mind. When you're doing these 2 steps, you are going to first add or subtract, then second multiply or divide. Okay, and again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So let's look at a word problem. So, ooh, there it is. Bam, there's a word problem. Okay, Sarah paid $15.95 to become a member of a gym. She then paid a monthly membership fee, and at the end of the year, let's say 12 months, because I forgot to write that in there, her statement says her total cost is $735.95. How much was the monthly fee? So, here Sarah's going, okay, hey, look, I'm going to pay to get into this gym. It's not that bad. Then I'm going to pay some more every month because I'm paying just to get the right to be able to pay every month to go to a gym. I don't even know where that makes sense. Okay, but anyways, so Sarah did this, and Sarah supposedly got a New Year's resolution. She's going to work out. So, what are we looking for? Well, look at the question. The question says how much was the monthly fee. So that's your x. That's why there's a question. So x is going to be the monthly fee. Okay, so x is the monthly fee. So I'm going to say x is, well, what did I do every single month? I paid that fee. So that means for 12 months I paid the same amount. That means I would say 12 times x. Okay, plus the $15.95 membership fee that I paid at the beginning to join the place. And that gave me a grand total of $735.95. How much did I actually pay? Okay, so again, let's look at this. Let's look at that problem. What's the first step I need to do? Well, I need to subtract. So let's subtract. Okay, when you do that, you'll get 12x is equal to 720. Then divide. When you do that, and I didn't show it because I was running out of space, you get x is equal to 60. So go ahead, and that's it. Most of these problems really shouldn't be that hard. But I did want to give you one, say, application problem, word problem, so you can kind of see how those would work, because you're going to have maybe a few of those. Maybe not for the quiz, but you definitely will for the you definitely will in the assignment. So that's it really for two-step equations. We've seen how we can do this with a calculator, and you'll probably get a little bit more practice with that. But if you do have any questions, feel free to ask or come by during tutoring. All right, thank you so much.